What if I told you that some of the most powerful secrets of the American West were hidden in something as simple as food? What if every meal wasn't just about survival, but about rituals, healing, and stories passed down for centuries? Today, we're going to uncover how food was far more than just nourishment for the Native American tribes. It was their sacred connection to the land, their ancestors, and their spirits. Imagine a soup, like pashofa, that not only brought people together, but was also used to heal the sick and strengthen warriors. A dish passed down through generations, and still holding the power to connect communities in ways we can barely understand today. What's the story behind these ancient recipes? What secrets do they hold? This isn't just a history lesson. This is a journey into a world where every bite told a story, every meal had a purpose, and every dish carried mysteries that were never meant to be uncovered until now. Are you ready to explore the untold history of food that shaped the American West? Then make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of these deep dives into history's greatest mysteries. As we delve deeper into the world of Native American cuisine, it becomes clear that food was far more than just sustenance. It was a powerful tool for survival, healing, and unity. One of the most iconic dishes that illustrates this is pashofa, a hearty soup made from a mix of corn and pork, simmered for hours to perfection. But what makes pashofa truly fascinating isn't just the ingredients, it's the rituals and traditions that come with it. For the Chickasaw people, this dish wasn't just something you ate, it was a symbol of community and shared strength. Prepared in large quantities, pashofa was often used to bring people together, especially in times of celebration or need. The long hours spent stirring the soup, often using paddles passed down through generations, were more than just practical. They were a reflection of the generational bond and the continuity of culture. This wasn't just cooking, it was a ritualistic practice that tied the people to the earth, to each other, and to their ancestors. What makes this even more intriguing is that, much like many other traditional dishes, pashofa could be kept for over a month, a crucial feature in the harsh and unpredictable environment of the Old West. The ability to preserve food for such long periods wasn't just a convenience, it was a matter of survival. But beyond survival, food was also about celebration. It was used to honor elders, offer blessings, and even used in healing ceremonies. This is where the true power of these ancient dishes lies. Not in the recipes themselves, but in their cultural significance and the profound connection they fostered among the people. What if the key to survival in the Old West wasn't just the tools they used or the land they lived on, but something as simple and as profound as the food they ate? Each bite of food, from pashofa to fry bread, held secrets that tied these people to the earth, their ancestors, and to one another in ways we can hardly comprehend today. Take pashofa, for example. At first glance, it's just a simple mix of corn and pork, simmered for hours until it becomes a hearty, savory soup. But this dish was far more than just a meal. It was a ritual, one that stretched beyond the physical. As the Chickasaw people stirred the pot, they were stirring something ancient, a bond that connected them to their ancestors and to the very land they lived on. The long, painstaking process of stirring pashofa wasn't just to cook the dish. It was to honor the spiritual connection they shared with their community, their land, and the spirits that watched over them. But the mystery doesn't end there. The pashofa dance, a ritualistic ceremony where a medicine man would chant over the sick to rid them of illness, reveals a deeper layer of this ancient dish. As the people danced, pashofa wasn't just food, it became a healing force, acting as a bridge between the physical and spiritual realms. Imagine the power held in that soup, capable of not just nourishing the body, but of transcending reality itself. Then there's a two, more than just a stew, more than a dish. It was a lifeline for the people of the Old West. Made with wild game like rabbit and later adapted with domesticated meats, a stew wasn't just about survival, it was about adaptation, ingenuity, and the ability to thrive in the face of relentless challenges. The very fact that these dishes evolved over time shows us how the people didn't just endure, they evolved with every twist and turn of history. And let's not forget the Navajo fry bread. At first, it seems like a simple fried dough, but in reality, it's much more. When the Navajo people were forced onto reservations with limited resources, this humble dish became a symbol of their resilience. With nothing but basic ingredients, they created a meal that could survive any hardship. Fry bread wasn't just a food, it was a survival tool, a way of holding on to their identity in the face of oppression. Every one of these dishes, pashofa, atu, fry bread, is more than just food. They are windows into the past, revealing how these communities survived, thrived, and maintained their connection to something far greater than themselves. And now, as we uncover the secrets behind these meals, we begin to see not just their survival, but their strength, their spirit, and the incredible mysteries hidden within every bite. But the true secrets of these foods go far beyond survival. Take wasna, a mix of dried meat, berries, and fat. It wasn't just a high-calorie snack, it was a lifeline for the Sioux people, keeping warriors alive for days in harsh conditions. Sometimes called pemmican, wasna had a deep spiritual power too. It wasn't just for the body, it fed the soul, connecting people to their ancestors and the land in ways most of us can't begin to understand. Then there's wish, made from acorns, rich in fats and proteins. This seemingly simple dish was the key to survival for tribes like the Miwok and Payamkawicham. But what makes it truly intriguing is how it's tied to the earth itself. The process of preparing it, from cracking acorns to grinding them into flour, was not just food preparation, it was a ritual, a way to honor the land and its gifts. And don't forget about tiswin, the corn-based beverage. Though its alcohol content is low, it was far more than just a drink. It was a ceremonial elixir used in rituals to unite and strengthen the community. For the Apache, it was a symbol of survival and connection, a drink that transcended the physical world, linking the people to something deeper, something spiritual. From the healing powers of pashofa to the soul-nourishing wasna, these foods weren't just meals. They were secrets, rituals, and links to a world most of us will never fully understand. But the secrets behind these foods go beyond their nutritional value. Each dish carries a piece of history and identity. Take piki, the delicate cornbread made by the Hopi. It's not just a food, it's a craft, passed down through generations of women. The skill to make piki comes from years of practice, transforming the simplest ingredients into something more than just a meal. Made on hot stones, piki is a ritual, a connection to the earth, and to a time when food was more than sustenance. It was a way of honoring the land and preserving culture. Then there's kanuchi, a Cherokee dish made from hickory nuts that shows how resourceful and connected to nature these communities were. The process of making kanuchi, from gathering the nuts in the fall to grinding them into a nourishing soup, was more than just food prep. It was a ceremonial practice. The addition of honey or sugar in the soup wasn't just for sweetness. It was a ritualistic offering, an act of giving back to the land that provided so much. And don't forget wajapi, the sweet treat made from choke cherries. While it's often served as a pudding or with fry bread, it's so much more than a dessert. It's a medicinal food tied to the healing properties of the choke cherry, a berry held in high regard for its power to heal. Each bite of wajapi was like a gift from the earth, a symbol of how food and medicine intertwined in Native American cultures. These dishes weren't just recipes, they were living traditions, passed down not only to nourish the body, but to heal the spirit, to honor the ancestors, and to continue the story of survival through the ages. So what do you think? Could you imagine tasting these ancient dishes that have survived the test of time? Each one not just nourishing the body, but also carrying deep cultural and spiritual meaning? From the healing power of pashofa to the survival strength of wasna, these meals are far more than just food. They are pieces of history waiting to be discovered. Which one would you be most curious to try? Let us know in the comments below. And if you feel that pull to keep searching, Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a step in our journey to uncover what still hides on this earth. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.